Hey everybody, it's Pete from Smallies on the Yacht here. I want to go over a little bit about wading safety. There's been a few accidents here on the Youghiogheny, unfortunately, and I just want to give you, I've been out here wading this river for 40 years. I just want to give you a few tips on how I stay safe out here and not get in trouble. I mean, not saying that I can't, but try to avoid it anyway. Okay, first thing I want to go over is if you're not stable in the water, you don't know these waters, you know, you're not used to wading, I highly recommend a wading staff. This is a wading staff. You can get these pretty much anywhere on eBay or Amazon, or most of the big wading companies sell them. This just flips out into a staff. And this will help you keep your footing when you're walking out there. Comes in a nice case. You can attach this to your belt. Very nice piece of equipment. This is a cheap one. You can get them, some of them are $200. I think this one was like 50 bucks. But yeah, this is an item that can really help you out there. The next thing I want to show you here real quick is these are wading socks for wet wading that I use. These are corkers. Many companies make these, but these go on, they're neoprene. They go on first, and then a good pair of wading boots. These are the corkers. These have different soles. You can put different soles. These soles actually have the rubber with the studs on them. I've been using these boots for a long time. They're very good. But a good pair of wading boots, to me, it makes all the difference in the river. It can, you know, you get better grip, more stable, a lot of ankle support, whether you're wet wading or with waders. And speaking of waders, these are my extra pair. These are Frog Togs. But these waders, when you're wearing waders, right, you always got to have a belt to hold these waders tight around your waist. That prevents the water from coming in. So make sure you have a good belt around those waders, so it prevents the water from coming in and filling your waders up. This time of year, I don't wear waders in the river. I just go in. Right now I have a long pair of pants on that I wear, or a pair of swimming trunks. So those are some items. And the last item that I want to show you guys, now this is a PFD. This is a PFD fishing PFD, and it's a fishing vest pretty much. It's not real bulky. It's about as bulky as my other LL Bean vest. You have pockets here, but this if you're not sure, or the river's a little bit high, this is something you might want to wear all the time. I mean, it's not bulky. I wear this, you know, when the water gets cold a lot out here, and I don't go in the water if it's sketchy. I mean, wading. I might walk in, you know, 2-3 feet, 5 feet at the most. You know, water maybe up to my waist, maybe, but I'm not really walking up the river. You know, when the water's low, I might wade 2 miles. Who knows? I mean, a long way. But the river is low and it's navigable. You can see the bottom. That's another thing. When the water's cloudy and muddy, you don't want to be in that water. I mean, you just don't. It's not worth it. Just wait until it clears up. It will clear up, even if it's a month, whatever it may be. Find something somewhere else to fish, or fish from the bank. And that really will, you know, help you out, because you don't want to get in there and get in trouble. That's the last thing you want to do. Waiting for this long in these rivers, I have been in trouble, and it's not a good thing. You don't want to be there. Guys, one of my rules out here when I'm wading is, if I can't see my feet at knee deep, I'm not wading. I'll walk out, maybe stand right there and not move. Right now the water's a little bit cloudy, but I can see my feet very well at knee deep. I can see rocks. If you can't see the bottom, you can't wade. I mean, that's the bottom line. You don't want to be out here and not be able to see the bottom, because there could be, you know, drop off, there could be boulders, there could be a tree. You don't want to be in this water when you can't see it. So wait until it clears up, and then you can get in here. That's one of my rules that I don't break. So when I'm out here wading, I'm wading upstream. And one of the reasons, the main reason is the fish are facing upstream, so you want the bait coming down to them. But the other reason is when you're walking downstream, it's harder to walk because you're kicking up dirt, you're kicking up mud, and you can't see. If you're walking up, the mud's behind you, so it makes it way easier to walk. So that's another key thing. If you're not sure out here, that's a good way. Now, sometimes I do walk downstream to get to a hole or something like that, but never when the water's high or anything like that. You definitely don't want to do that. Being able to cross and get to a spot or move on the river when it's flowing fast, you look for places like that. Normally above a hole or below a hole, the only problem with that is the water's moving fast, like here. And you just got to take your time. If you're not sure it gets too deep, you know, waist deep water can throw you and take you down, even knee deep water. This is knee deep through here. I take my time, make sure I got the footing, and just take my time real nice and slow. If you have that wading staff, you can use the wading staff to help you get across. But you know, you want to look for those areas where you can cross safely. Don't take a chance. Don't take a chance. Another thing, when you're wading out here, you're standing in this current, you don't realize how tired it makes you. And once you get tired, you walk a far distance and you got to walk back through that current. So always remember that when you're walking. Remember where you walk and remember that current when you were crossing, because it was strong. And if it's strong going back, you're going to be more tired going back, and it's going to be harder. So that's another thing you want to keep in mind. Another thing we're going to talk about here is water levels. This is the key. There's three main things I use for water level. It's the USGS site and the NOAA site, and also River app. These can help you find out what the water levels are at that particular time. And there's so many rivers on there you can find and use for any river here pretty much in Pennsylvania, any major river. Water levels and flow predict where you can fish and where you can't fish when you're out here. So I use, in the Yacht, I use the Connellsville gauge, and I know that anything above 3, it starts getting a little bit difficult. You can go up to 3.5 and weight it and still be pretty good. But after 3.5, it starts getting really tough in spots. It starts flowing fast and it gets really hard. At 4, you can only fish certain areas. From 4 to 5 is, you can walk in 5-10 feet in certain spots. That's about it. You can't really move around. The flow's too strong and it gets too deep. So the key area, the key depth is 2 to 3 feet. Anything from 2 to 3 is perfect. 3 is that's borderline. If you're a new fisherman, you do not want to be in there over 3. That's for sure. So at the Connellsville gauge on the Youghiogheny River, anything from 2 to 3 feet is doable. But anything over 3 feet, it starts getting really fast and starts moving. If it's at 4, you know, it's going to be really tough. I would not recommend going in at 4. You know, even if you're experienced, it can be really tough to get in there at 4. So that's what you want to look for on these charts, and stay safe out there. I wanted to make this video because of what had happened. 2 people going and drowning on the river. One thing you really want to do is let someone know where you're going, the area, and what time you left and what time you'll be home, like a little plan, just so they know where you're at, the general area. Don't ever go somewhere where someone doesn't know you're at, because that's just not being smart. Let someone know where you're at, where you're going to be, and be sure to check those water levels as well. So when you're out there, please stay safe and take care.